No one ever even talked about it.
Yeah, we did.
Not really.
Well, I did it during the
I
stream.
thought we did. I thought we had that conversation about streaming in
Yeah,
general.
I changed it to that top title while we were talking about it, so I know we talked about it.
Okay. We're back live. Thanks for sticking with us, YouTube.
But we can change titles. We can change the cover picture. We can do all that whenever we want.
You got two.
Because you can dance if you want to.
We can.
You can dance.
All right. So
Magic's with all the 80s
flashbacks.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Let's get
He must have just watched Footloose.
We got him in there.
Get at me, Hint. Your water's expensive online now.
Get at your dude. Is it expensive?
Yeah, so the initial deal is you get it's $1 a bottle. So it's $36 and I got 36 bottles. Like, cool deal. But so then I went to go back and reorder because the bottles that they carry in the store are not the same bottles that they carry online. Like, they've got really dope flavors online. But to get that same 36 bottles, it was like $87. And I was like,
damn, what are they putting in them bottles? Gas?
That's a tank of gas.
Listen, I mean, I don't know what you're driving, but in my truck, that is not a tank of gas.
That's a quarter of that's an eighth of a tank in your truck.
Yeah.
That's 3/4 a tank in the BMW.
So
the Bimmer.
All right, Tom.
All right, Kenobi.
These guys still haven't seen it.
I'll give a grade.
I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
I'm giving it. I got to give it a C minus.
Shut up.
C minus.
Come on.
Because I'm straddling between a D and a C.
Remind me of the episode though. Give a recap of it.
Now let me give you one. Let me remind you. Remember when they land and Obi-Wan talks to Ice Cube's son and says, "Hey, can I take Leia to Alderaan?" And Ice Cube's son was like, "You dipshit! You just had the ship. Why didn't you drop her off, you dumbass?" And so then later on in the episode, he's like, "All right, fine. We'll help you get these people, to safety or whatever." And so,
you make me not even want to talk about this show on this
and then,
so I kind of get that part though, because the Inquisitor or one of the villains says, "You know how you catch a Jedi? Be patient. They can't not help somebody."
No, I'm just saying that I think that would have defeated the whole. If he would have just dropped Leia off at Alderaan on the way back to bring Ice Cube his ship, Ice Cube's son, then the episode would not have existed.
Yeah, because everybody would be dead. Darth Vader would have landed, killed everybody like he did in that village.
No. They were tracking the ship.
Talk away, Mike.
They were tracking the ship. They were tracking Leia's robot.
I'm over it.
If he would have dropped Leia off at Alderaan on the way back, Leia's robot had the tracker in it. That's where Darth would have tracked. So
I saw up to her little droid thing cutting the wires.
Yeah, so here's the thing that I'm actually shocked that you're not even calling out, because you called it back in episode 2, I think. You were the first person that I know. You're the only person I know that came out and said she's probably going to turn out to be a good guy, meaning Reva.
Oh, the chick?
Yeah. Tom's the very first person, and still to this day, the only person I know that called that as a thing. I mean, we still don't know that she necessarily. We do. Like, listen, Tom's the only person I know that called that out, and he called that back out in episode 2.
So before you go further, Mike, I need your expertise on this. Where does Rebels lie in this timeline with Kenobi?
After.
So Rebels is after.
Yeah. So
then I could totally see that happening.
Here's what you're gonna see. Here's what you're gonna see later on in Rebels. Do you guys want spoilers?
Yeah.
No. Go ahead. I don't care.
Here's what you're gonna see later on in Rebels. So fast forward. So Rebels happens right before or shortly before A New Hope.
Wait.
Yep. This is before New Hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is not if I think you're probably confused because you're trying to think that is this in the same timeline as The Mandalorian?
No, actually, I was trying to think of where I watched Kenobi kill Darth Maul again.
Rebels. That's where I was just getting ready to say. Spoiler alert. Maul is still alive. Kenobi kills him in Rebels.
Okay.
Fucks him.
So in other words,
messes him up.
So
we're not family
that
friendly
chick,
tonight.
That's right. We're family
Reva,
unfriendly.
or the third sister, is like the beginning of the chick and the chops dude in Rebels. That secret group of people that are actually fighting for the Rebels, but they're working for the Empire.
You guys are going to force me to watch the Rebels.
Oh man,
Oh, it's
Rebels
good.
is so good.
It's the only cartoon I've watched that I've actually liked when starting it.
Hold on, I'm going to tell you this. Like, if you really want to get context to stuff around like look, I'm down the rabbit hole when it comes to books and comics and all that stuff in Star Wars. But if you really want to enjoy Star Wars, especially like Mandalorian and all this stuff, and especially like with what's going on right now, a really good addition to watching is watch the Clone Wars and then watch and especially look, I think what's going to end up happening is Rebels is going to be more important. I think Rebels is going to be a more important piece of Star Wars lore than Clone Wars is, but Clone Wars is phenomenal.
I've tried watching both,
though.
And Rebels I actually liked. Clone Wars I struggled with.
Well, all the shows.
So that means Rebels
the Ahsoka
leads into Rogue One.
Everything, huh?
So that means Rebels leads up to Rogue One.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. In fact, you actually see the main ship in Rebels appear in Rogue One. It's called the Ghost. And it was pretty dope to see the Ghost in Rogue One.
See, I did not. I thought about that, and I was like, I should go back and see if I could see it, and I didn't bother.
Yeah, it was pretty. So listen, the especially the new Ahsoka series, they're gonna have all the main characters that was in Rebels, and my guess is, especially Filoni, he's gonna do it in a way that he'll do it in a way that you don't have to watch Rebels to appreciate what he's going to do with the Ahsoka series. That's just my prediction is you're not going to, but if you really, I'm just guessing that if you really want to appreciate what happens in the Ahsoka series when it comes out, you'll want to watch Rebels. Ahsoka, for context, hands down. In fact, her lightsabers are the two middle lightsabers there on that shelf there. Those are Ahsoka's lightsabers. She's a badass. She is an epic badass. She's the only one. Stop it. She's the only one that went toe to toe with Vader and busted his mask wide open, like was whooping on him for a hot minute. He wasn't, when she got pulled out of a timeline, she beat the piss out of Maul like 3 or 4 different times. Like she
it doesn't
beat the
hurt
crap out of that dude.
Hell, though.
She beat the crap out of Maul, and the way those lightsabers that are behind me, the two in the middle there, those are her dual blades that she has, and what you saw in the Mandalorian, the ones that she carries. The way that she got those lightsabers is she didn't have a weapon on her, and a Mandalorian was hunting her. I think it was the 7th brother, maybe it was the 8th brother, Anyways, one of the Inquisitors was hunting her, tracked her down, was obsessed with finding her. Finally, tracks her down on this moon. She doesn't have any weapons, and he had that whirly lightsaber thing was coming at her. She caused the lightsaber to explode in his face, killed the Inquisitor. She killed the dude without having a weapon of her own, took his kyber crystal out of his lightsaber, broke it in two, purified it from a red kyber crystal, turned it into white crystals, and made those lightsabers. She's the most gangster character ever.
That's not how the story goes. It's not how it goes.
Okay. Well,
Check.
Come on now.
No.
We'll have to wait and see.
Let me go back to Kenobi real quick, because I did like. There was a lot of good moments. I mean, I enjoyed seeing.
How do you give a C- to something you enjoyed?
I enjoyed seeing parts. Here's what I didn't enjoy. I didn't enjoy those flashbacks with Anakin and Obi-Wan, because Anakin looked older than him.
Yeah. Yes. Why does Anakin look so much older than?
I mean, we're talking Disney with the most elaborate CGI capabilities. I mean, they made like Michael Douglas look like he was like 25, and they can't make Hayden Christensen look like 10 years younger.
I do agree that that's the first thing I thought is, wow, he looks old.
And he looked age appropriate, kind of, but their ages between how Hayden looked
he
and
looked older.
How Obi-Wan looked. Obi-Wan was supposed to always be older than him, and they did it. They didn't look that way.
It was weird.
Well, they did a good job of bringing down Ewan McGregor's age. He didn't do a good job.
Right.
So you know
he looked young.
But that didn't bother me.
Right.
It didn't bother me.
Well, nothing bothers you. Nothing bothers you guys. Let me analogize where you guys are in this Star Wars.
You're not wrong. Whatever you're about ready to say.
Imagine if the Dallas Cowboys were traded or sold to an owner in Portland, and they were no longer the Dallas Cowboys; they were the Portland Cowboys, and you still loved them. Well, that's what's happened with Star Wars. They've been taken over by new ownership. They've been taken by new ownership, and they're just not. I mean, it's just the writing that just has these little holes in it, enough to bother, a lot of people. The Rotten Tomato scores are tanking, but no, it's just those little things. Like okay, let's go back to Ice Cube's son. So at that episode, he says, you can't take her now because we need the ship to get these people out of here. We got to evacuate. And that's when Obi-Wan's like, all right, fine, we'll help you evacuate. And it turns out at the very end, there were two ships the whole time. Obi-Wan and Leia could have left on one ship. They could have evacuated the people on the other ship. Again, that would have led to a short episode, though. So They basically had to fabricate a reason to have this episode. And they could have been better. The writing, I'm struggling with the writing.
You didn't like the storyline?
The storyline itself is fine, except for the way they put it together. I guess that's the storyline, right? So I guess I'm not fine with it. I mean, I think it's sloppy. I think it's sloppy writing.
They fixed the one major flaw that I've been complaining about.
The master they fixed
the Inquisitor thing.
Right.
The Grand Inquisitor. Because I literally, I'm not even going to lie.
No. I was talking about an even bigger problem, which is when Obi-Wan meets Darth Vader on the Death Star, Darth Vader says to him, the last time we met, I was just your apprentice. Now I am the master. And up until that battle where Obi-Wan outsmarts him, with the second ship, I think that's why they were doing those flashbacks, to kind of tie it in to show Obi-Wan is still smarter than Darth Vader. Because otherwise there was nothing. Yeah. There was no other reason. Like, if it weren't for that little kind of those events of that last episode, you would still think like Darth Vader would not have said that to Obi-Wan on the Death Star. But unless this, I mean, that makes you think is there going to be one more encounter? I don't know. You know, they have to leave it. They have to make it so that when they meet on the Death Star, it's still consistent, right? When Darth Vader says to Obi-Wan, the last time we met, I was an apprentice, but now I am the master. How is that going to hold true, you know, after this next episode? And
well,
one other point.
I would have to see the quote. Technically, Darth Vader is still an apprentice.
Because he never becomes a Jedi Master.
Well, no. Even he's still a Sith apprentice. Even now, he's still a Sith apprentice.
But the last time, yeah, I still don't think he would say that outright 10 years later. 10 years later, he's flashing back to when we last met. Yeah, get the quote, fact check that quote. And then the other thing to fact check is, what was in Leia's hologram recording in R2-D2 when Obi-Wan watched it in Tatooine? I think it was something like,
you served my father.
General Obi-Wan.
Yeah, you and my father.
You served my father in the Clone Wars. Now, when was the Clone Wars? Was that before the events of this?
Yeah.
So that makes no sense to me, because if she was referring to Ben in that hologram, wouldn't she have said, you saved me, you know, unless
Countless
he's going to walk.
Well, no,
it's
not
just
necessarily.
It goes back to the writing to me. You know, it's like all this stuff would be awesome if they put it together with a little bit better writing. You know, like it's almost like the people writing this don't have like the entire timeline of canon.
We got to
No,
pause.
I do. What?
Look at the chat. It's our good old friend. Hey, say, what's up?
Oh, and okay, the last point I wanted to make was, when did stabbing someone with a lightsaber not kill them? Is that a common thing?
Yeah, because it cauterizes the wound.
Yeah, absolutely, that's common.
Oh,
thing.
I mean,
Darth Maul.
every time we saw someone get stabbed,
cut in half.
yeah, but getting cut in half. I mean, didn't she get like stabbed right through her heart or something? I don't know where Reva got stabbed. It looked like she was stabbed like.
No, she got stabbed in the gut as well.
Yeah.
And so here's the common working theory on that is that that the power of these Inquisitor blades are not the same strength and of like Vader's.
Yeah, but it was Vader. Oh, he took her blade. Yeah, he took her
Although,
blade.
yeah,
That was her
he
blade.
just toyed with it the whole time.
Yeah. And these things with these little private messages, these holograms, I mean, they need to add delete buttons or something. Like, just, you know, like dropping this message on the ground that basically says Darth Vader has 2 kids out in the universe. Ben couldn't have hit delete on that after he watched it. I don't know. Come on.
Terrence, did you see who's in chat?
So what?
He's gone now.
Do you see who's in chat?
No, who?
Casey O'Connor.
Casey, what up? I'm not on the YouTube. I was looking up the Darth Vader Ben Kenobi fight scene.
Oh,
Which one? On Death Star or this one?
I found the right one, but it only just shows when Darth Vader kills him or strikes him down. So I was trying to find the latest one. I was looking up the Darth
if you want to
Vader
move
Ben
off
Kenobi
this, I
fight
went and
scene.
saw Lightyear this weekend.
Which one?
Ooh,
How was
let's
that?
Talk about Lightyear.
Found the right one.
Did anybody go see it?
Not yet.
Not a lot of people, according to boxofficemojo.com.
That's too bad. It was really good.
I was trying to find the.
It's surprisingly good.
How was that? Oh, I can't. I gotta mute the YouTube stream while I chat.
Hey,
'cause-
before you talk about Lightyear, do you want to guess the top 3 movies of last weekend in box office sales?
Top
Gun.
Gun.
Wait, are you going in order? What's number 1?
Top Gun.
No, I have no idea.
Top Gun's number 1.
What's number 2?
Wow, it is.
Jurassic World.
No.
No.
So all right. Number 1 is Jurassic World with 59 million. Number 2 is Lightyear with 50.
Oh, wow.
I can't see it. It's hiding. 50 million. Top Gun is still right there. 44 million. So
Holy cow.
Damn.
That's so crazy.
What is that? What's Top Gun's total now?
well, I'm just looking at domestic. It's 466.
But has it hit
So it's
1
already
billion?
past Doctor Strange.
It's only at 466. I thought we were close to. We were coming up
Worldwide,
on
I
a
think
billion.
worldwide it's almost a billion. Hold on, let me switch.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think it's right on the verge of hitting 1 billion.
I'll tell you real quick.
My goal is to contribute to that sometime this week and go to the theater and watch it.
Oh well, it's
You still
887.
haven't seen Top Gun?
887 million.
No, I've seen Top Gun, just not in a theater.
887. Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be there in a couple.
I
It'll
know
be there.
it's hurt. It's to quote Star Wars. It's breaking my heart.
and so this is
Nobody
this
got
is,
that reference.
This is
Nope.
Buzz Lightyear with the voice of Captain America. How was that?
Yeah,
What?
it's good, but you got to understand that there's actually legit reason why.
Let's hear it.
It's actually a really good explained reason. Are you going to watch it?
No.
I am.
I am.
Then I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah. So it's not.
It explains.
Does
it
that
in
have
the
something to
first-
do
wait,
with the?
so
It
you're talking
explains
about
it in the first-
why they got rid of Tim Allen?
No,
Oh, I
Why-
thought that's what you were going to explain. Why did they dump Tim Allen for Chris Evans?
I don't know why in the back end. I'm saying in the movie universe.
They explain the reason.
Yeah,
So-
they explain it in the first 30 seconds of the movie why
Yeah,
you're
okay with
watching
waiting
this
and seeing.
story.
Okay.
Is it
I'm
a
okay
different
with waiting.
country?
No.
I'm okay with waiting on this.
Like, you
yeah,
want me to
I'll
tell
wait.
you? Or?
No, I don't. Not on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Do it. I dare you.
No.
Do it.
Earmuffs, please.
Do it. Do
Oh,
it.
earmuffs.
I'm
Remember
gonna
that?
be watching.
Remember that
rewatching
term?
this
Oh, I
video.
do
don't need
remember
to-
earmuffs.
Oh my god.
We used to make Alexis do earmuffs all the time.
Earmuffs, kid.
Does she still
Yeah,
go
Joey?
by kid?
No. She's got kids.
I hear you.
So no, she doesn't go by kid.
I still call Victoria Shorty.
Man.
So you're saying that if I saw Alexis in the mall and I went, "Hey, a goo," or Piggy, or Kid, she wouldn't turn around?
Probably not.
Ah, all right.
That's what motherhood does to you, I guess. Changes you.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick trivia. What do you think is the number 1 watched YouTube video of all time?
God, I have no idea. Not ours.
The General Lee drifting around a roundabout in the last movie.
No. I'm talking about any YouTube video. This can include music artists. This can include
Video games.
yeah, whatever. PewDiePie. It can include Mr. Beast. It can include Justin Bieber. But I mean, just take a guess at what the number 1 video
I have
is.
to think it's PewDiePie.
The Dancing Baby from Ally McBeal.
Leroy Jenkins.
Ooh.
Good one.
Baby Shark.
No way.
10.8 billion views.
Jeez
I can
Louise.
totally see that because parents put that on and let their kids just veg out to it.
Loop. Yeah. Yeah. So that's I don't know, it's kind of crazy. 10 billion. Damn, almost 11 billion. Number 2 is 7 billion, almost 8. Despacito.
Oh, really? That's the number 2?
Yeah.
Good song.
Yeah, that's you can tell that worldwide influence because, Latin America is probably hitting that hard. But all right.
Yeah, with the
That
whole
was-
Bad Bunny.
I
that
loved
was my
that song
trivia
too.
day. I was looking at TMZ Did you know there was some thing online about people trying to claim that Chris Brown was a better entertainer than Michael Jackson?
I heard that.
Really?
I know that there was a debate about him being a better dancer, but I don't know
mean,
about.
Michael had his own style.
You could make the case for a better dancer, I guess.
Only because he had his own style. He didn't do other people's dances. You know what I mean?
I guess
Who?
the official
Wait.
the official phrasing is whether he's more talented than Michael Jackson.
That's stupid.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So he went on to some radio show in LA and just flat out said there's no way. So
Chris Brown denied it.
yeah, he's saying
stupid.
there's no way I'm more talented than Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson's got to be hands down one of the most talented in the last forever.
Hey, Tom, let me throw something at you. I don't think it's going to matter to the other two here, but I think you'll have an opinion on it.
We have names.
I just don't know that you're going to have an opinion on it.
All right,
And
go
if
ahead.
if you do, I don't know that you'd be able to back it up.
Okay.
But I can't back it up.
No, Joey, I know is going to be completely disinterested in it. It is Steph Curry
I'm leaving.
a top 10. You're not going to be interested in it. I just know you're not. Is Steph Curry a top 10 all time?
I'm ultra.
I would say yes, but I guess the question is who do you knock out? Because he's the
Hakeem?
great. I feel like he's the greatest
Well,
He's the greatest shooter of all time. I mean, the dude, and he's not in his prime anymore. But even in the not the finals, I don't think he did well in the finals. I mean, he was still, scoring 30s, but like he just wasn't. I think he had to do a lot more driving. If you notice, like. Maybe in like game one, I think in game one he was in game one of the finals he did 24 in the first quarter, and he was exploding. But I think in the previous series, that was just normal for him to just drop bombs. After game one, I think he kind of tapered off. He was still getting like I said.
I still
30.
think he averaged 30.
Yeah, he was averaging
finals.
30. Yeah, definitely. But
See, I can't answer these because it's all statistical. You can literally plug it into a computer; it'll tell you who's better.
I'm not talking.
I mean,
about
what's
that.
a career?
Like, listen, we're saying top 10.
Yeah, top 10.
I didn't.
Yeah,
so I actually, as I was writing up my top 10, I actually forgot to put Tim Duncan in there, and you can't take Tim Duncan out.
Why not?
But
You didn't even remember the dude. Why can't you take him out?
The big fundamental.
because listen, that's just the kind of career he had. He was a boring. He was not somebody that was exciting to watch. He was
What do you have,
not.
5 rings?
See,
was
that's
not- yeah,
and that's why I
five
said
rings.
5 rings, like 4 MVPs. I think 4 finals MVPs. Like, listen, you can't not have Tim Duncan in the top 10.
I think
As
he
boring
can.
as he was, no, you can't. But
He's the
I feel like I
equivalent
could
of
take
Lou
out
Walton.
He was
He's the
good at the
equivalent of Lou Walton
fundamentals,
on
man.
U of A.
what? No, stop it. Stop that.
Dude,
that is a
when-
ridiculous statement. Are you trying to say Bill Walton? You're not trying to say Luke Walton.
Luke.
Wait,
You're
where's
not
Bill
trying
Walton
to
gonna
tell
be?
me.
He turned
You were
off
not
his
trying-
fan so he could pretend he was frozen.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Wait, Bill Walton's a name I actually
The
know.
Sun. Yeah, I'm
know
talking
why?
about the Sun.
Luke.
You know why I know
Stop
about
it.
Bill Walton?
Stop that. Listen, this is
No.
this is why this
So
is a
here's why I say
conversation.
this. You actually just pointed it out. You added emotion. You added how you felt. Oh, it wasn't exciting to watch. It was boring. Top 10 is about stats. Did you
That's
score
what
the
he's
most?
saying.
Did you rebound the most?
That's-
What was your average?
You're not listening to him.
How many championships did you get? How many MVPs did
That's
you
a
get?
participation
How many
award.
How many? What?
Hey.
You know what? Is there an ability to mute people while we're in this? Like,
Oh,
All right. How many
I'm not-
times
I
did
don't
the
even know
Bulls?
why-
Let me
I
ask
don't
you this.
even-
Let me ask
I
you
don't
this.
even know why I'm arguing with him.
Let me ask you
is-
this.
This is a dumb conversation for
How
me.
many times did the Bulls go to the championships?
Don't care. I'm out. I'm done.
Hey, on
Okay.
basketball.
How many times did the Cowboys go to the championships? There's going to be players on there that get a ring
Well, you can't count
that maybe
football in
played
that
5
category.
minutes
You
Say
can't
hi to
versus
Aunt
somebody
Carrie.
else on another
Football is
team.
not like basketball.
I do got a basketball side topic, and we may have to tread it lightly.
Are we talking about who the baby daddy?
No, Brittany Griner locked up in Russia for violating their substance control laws.
I feel like we can talk about this one. I think, what in the hell was she thinking?
Exactly.
Like,
I mean, it's you know what it is?
Who is
it's
this?
entitlement. It's
Brittany
this,
Griner.
Yeah.
Who's that?
She's WNBA.
She actually plays for the Phoenix team.
Yeah.
Hi,
She
Carrie.
got caught with a vape pen.
She got caught with a vape pen like, first of all, like, listen, you don't do that in the US, hop on a plane. I mean, a lot of people do.
Wait,
But
what?
it's a stupid move. Jump on a plane anywhere, flying anywhere with weed, even if it's a
with
vape
weed.
pen.
Yeah.
Should, like,
I was gonna say I carry a vape wherever I go, so
controlled substance
with weed.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Well, and the
I get it.
the expectation that you're just going to be let go, or that you have some influence, some strings you can pull. I mean, that's just silly.
So let me ask you this though: was it like a CBD oil vape pen or a THC one?
Well, obviously CBD would be legal.
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
No.
Well, at the end of the day, whatever it was,
THC. It was actually hash oil.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's illegal in Russia, and that's your fault for not knowing. Yeah. Even if it was Newport's. I mean, if it's illegal in Russia, you don't do it.
Yeah.
Especially Russia. There's two places I wouldn't mess around with: Mexico and Russia.
Oh,
I mean, listen, I wouldn't want to mess around with anywhere.
Yeah, but those two are
outside of this
notorious
country
for holding you.
Listen, you
roll
say
the
that
dice.
outside of this country, but we have the largest. You're going to get me off on one right now. We have the largest incarcerated population on the planet in the history of man. We have the largest incarcerated population ever.
It's a big
in the history of man.
Big
so it's not
maker.
even. Yeah, we're ridiculous here. So I don't want to get caught anywhere.
I don't do anything to get caught, so there.
I mean, not anymore.
No, I know. Yeah, I've done a lot of bad things.
Hey, what do you guys know anybody that's getting hit hard with this Bitcoin drop?
Oh, hey, thanks for reminding me. Let me check my Bitcoin.
Yeah, I'm just getting wiped out.
What do you have? 2 Bitcoin?
I don't think I have 2 Bitcoin at all, sir.
I would love to have 2 Bitcoin. You know how much it is? What is it right now, Tom?
Right now it's 20,000.
Oh, it's all the way down to 20. Jeez.
Oh, earlier today was 17.
I mean, listen, it might actually be the time to start buying again.
Well, there's no confidence. That's the problem.
Wait, can you buy a fraction? Of a
Yeah, that's most people buy fractions.
Oh,
I have 0.0015356 fractions of a Bitcoin.
And what is that worth right now?
$3.14.
Okay.
I bet a month ago it was probably worth like $7.
I don't remember.
A month ago, yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I think it was.
But I now have 150 Doge coins.
5 cents
and they're
a piece.
$9 right now. Same thing with Ethereum.
Doge is. Wait, what'd you say? Doge is at
5 cents.
Oh, you have $9.
Yeah. I have 150. I have 150.86 of Doge worth $9.
The Doge thing is probably the more painful one to me because I had thousands of dollars.
I've got
in
work
Doge at one point.
Work stuff that I.
And now I got
contribute
less than
constantly.
1,000.
Damn.
So Ethereum, I have more Ethereum. I have 0.008661, and I have almost $10 of that.
Okay.
I haven't even
All
looked
my
at my work
coins.
one lately, but I've probably got a decent bit of that.
My Shiba is down. I've got into this AMP coin. I got into Coinbase. Everything's just
They're all bad.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I do have a Coinbase one too. Well, because they give you like $15 of free stock, so I'm like, what could it hurt? But then,
Yeah, but I've even my S&P 500. Like I was doing good on S&P 500. I was doing good on Facebook. I was doing good on Twitter. Like all my stock tickers were solid. Like a year ago, my accounts looked beautiful. Today,
Not so much.
yeah, that was a year
Yeah.
ago though.
I couldn't pay a bill with what I have anymore.
No.
If you bought some Dogecoin, you'd have $9.
I got a lot more. I have a lot more than that.
Oh wait, you have.
Yeah, I'm.
I mean, that's painful
Adam,
because I bought 500 worth of Doge when it was at like 50
Did
cents.
you sell it off?
I was going to when it hit 76. I said, "No, I'm going to wait till $1," and then it went to 75, and then 73.
So what happened?
69.
You still have it?
Yeah, I have like.
Yeah, I'm still sitting on everything. At this point, I'm just like, listen, I'm not going to sell now because I just get raked so bad.
Yeah.
If I tried to do anything.
Well, just do it like before the end of the year.
You turned me on to, Mike?
Huh?
Remember that book you turned me on to, the trader guy?
Yeah, the millionaire thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I've been rethinking it. Some of the things that those guys' stories told, most of them did things that they were very familiar with in their day-to-day living, like the Samuel
100%.
Adams guy. So
Yeah,
I've been trying to come up with things that I'm super familiar with.
Beef jerky.
Yeah, these coins, beef jerky is one, but these coins, I just know nothing about them.
I mean, neither do I.
There's really nothing to know. I mean, they're all.
I listen to some
faith-based.
nerd say something, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go buy it too.
You see someone driving a Lambo because he bought crypto when it was just introduced, when it was .0000001.
Now you're seeing that guy's Now you're seeing that guy's Lambo on the back of a tow truck being pulled away.
No, you're seeing that these guys all cashed out, and that's why it's dropping the. All these initial investors are bouncing out of it.
Like Logan Paul got out of them.
Yeah, and it just drops the price.
Have you ever watched Adam Ruins Everything?
No.
I've heard about it.
Okay. It's a good show, but it moved from True TV to Netflix now. It's called The G Word. The last episode I actually just watched was about Bitcoin and the financial structures, and people just give these things value. It's like fine art. Who determines what fine art is? Just somebody with a lot of social backing says, well, this is Bitcoin is the new thing. You all should get on it because I said it's the new thing and you all should all get on it.
But that's all.
And get a bunch of followers that follow into it.
Here's the thing I learned a few years ago. So I had a buddy that I sat by at our job. And he helped set up my 401k when my 401k was just killing for a while. And during the housing collapse in 2008, this guy made a killing in 2008 when he made just bank off the financial collapse.
Oh, I think
to the point that he didn't do anything for like 6 years. He went and lived in Hawaii for 6 years just off the money that he made. But he said something to me that was interesting. He says, here's the thing that once you understand this about money, he says, and super low level, like this guy understands at a higher level, but at a very low level, I understand this. The thing about money is, especially now, the money doesn't go away. When we have a crash, it's not like that money just disappears. It doesn't go off into the
ether. It goes to other places, maybe?
It just, money moves. Like the money's still there. It just moved somewhere else. And if you get good at predicting and where people that, whether you want to predict the market, manipulate the market, whatever you want to call it, they just understand where the money moves to, where it's going to, and they wait for it. And that's where they are. And that's how people make so much money off these things, is because they understand money doesn't just go away. It just moves somewhere. It goes to another place.
Goes to another person's bank account.
Yeah, well, 100%. Hey, but Joey, to kind of circle back, I'm reading this book now. Do any of you guys like reading books or listening to audio?
Yeah, I love audiobooks. Love.
Okay. There's this book that I'm listening to now that is, it's mind blowing, and I'm only about three and a half hours in.
Name?
Huh?
The name of the book?
It is Never Split the Difference. It's this. So what it is, the basis of it is this guy that is, he's an FBI interrogator back from the 90s, and he's telling these stories, and he's teaching you. He's basically teaching you how to negotiate, and really kind of, and whether you use it, you apply it for business, you apply it for personal reason, for whatever gain you want. Like, he's using interrogation tactics that he used in the FBI, but he's talking about it in the business sense, but he also talks about it just in your everyday conversation sense. And he's got these different, and it's wild. Like, it is wild, this guy's story. And I realize as he's doing some of these things and he's telling me, reading off these things, I realize there are things that I actually do in my real life that has made me, like, when I was on the phones and I was good at stuff when I was good on the phones, right? Like, there are things that I did on the phones. And even I think about when I was still a supervisor and I had to take soup calls. Renee always laughed because whenever I got on a soup call, I would talk real low like this. I'd slow down my voice and I'd talk real low. Have kind of put a little bit more bass into my voice, and I'd talk like this to the customer, even though the customer's like, "You son of a you," and I did this thing where he calls it the DJ voice, where you get real low and you talk real low, and I just did that because I knew that it just soothed customers and it calmed them down, and it wasn't anything that I learned how to do. It was just something I figured out over the years of doing this. But there's all kinds of just these subtle tricks that he teaches you, and it's really
the Barry
book.
White voice.
Joey's going to put the link to that book in the description.
It's an 8.5 hour audio book. I played at 1.25 speed, so I'll get through it in like 6 hours, but it's a phenomenal book. So far, I'm into it.
You'll have to recap it for us.
Yeah.
Book report due next week.
Oh, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, I
might listen to it on the plane.
Oh, it's good. Like, it's funny because I was driving in rain. She didn't even realize I did it to her. The guy, like, we're listening to it while we're driving today, and he says, "You should stop this book right now and try this on the person and use this in a conversation right now." So I stopped the book, and she's sitting there. She's not paying attention to it. And I turned to her, and I looked at her, and I used it, and it was literally the exact reaction. She had no idea because she wasn't paying attention to the book. She was looking at Facebook or whatever she was doing, and it opened up an entire line of conversation just like the guy predicted. Like, he literally said this is going to happen. And so I stopped it, and I was just like, she's probably listening, and she's going to know what I'm doing to her right now. And I turned around and looked at her, and I did it. And it like exactly.
That's
exactly.
Awesome.
Like, I was like, this is crazy. It's magic.
Hey, you have my interest piqued.
The Force.
Yeah, it's really good. Like, and it would be really good because one of the things that he's talking about is in this book, like, he talks about how one of his students went to the flight, got delayed, and was trying to get into Austin, and all these flights were getting canceled and everything. And student went up to the counter to see if he could either get on a different flight or an early flight the next morning. And the lady was just freaking out because she's had such a bad day, and he started using these tactics. And so one of them's called mirroring what she says. She's like, "Oh yeah, it's booked. nobody's going to be able to get out of here. He says, nobody's going to be able to get out of here. She says, yeah, it's been such a bad day. Everybody's been mad because all the flights have been canceled. He's like, all the flights have been canceled? And if you lead it but anyway, so it fast forwards, he walks through this whole conversation. She's like, yeah, and probably because the weather's so bad across the country, people are going to miss the connecting flights into Austin, and they're not even going to. He's like, so everybody's going to miss flights into Austin? She says, yeah. He says, so, man, it really sounds like you've had a really bad day. Like, I've had a really bad day too. Like, obviously, because I missed my flight into Austin. So if everybody's missing these flights back into Austin, he says, is there a chance that maybe this next flight going out had people that missed their flight and I might be able to get on one of this flight? And because he built this bond with her, and she wasn't like, she even said at one point, like, everybody's been rude to me. He's like, everybody's been rude to you? Like, he does this mirroring thing with it. But anyways, he calls it Jedi mind trick. And so
I was going to say, did he wave his hand at the same time?
Yeah. So she looks in, and part of it is like one of his things about you have to know when to just not say anything, just be quiet. So she looks. Next thing you know, she hands him a ticket. She's like, yeah, this flight isn't full because so many people missed their flight coming into here to connect to Austin. So there's like 5 seats open. I actually upgraded you. Here you go.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, bro. Like he tells this whole story.
It's a sales technique though, too.
But he talks
and the whole know when to stop talking.
Specifically about how you can use it in sales. And he talks a lot about telemarketers. He's like, listen to telemarketers when they call in. He says, telemarketers are always fighting to get you to yes. He says, negotiations don't start until you get no.
Yep, that's correct.
Yeses are fake. He's like, unless you're getting a commitment like, yes, I'm buying, yeses are fake. They're just appeasing you to move on and get off the phone. He's like, think about it. He says, you call somebody and you're like, hey, is it a good time to talk right now? What are you going to say? Somebody that's calling up, right? He's going to say, no.
Nope.
It's not a good time. He says, but change the wording a little bit where you say, hey, is this a bad time to talk to you right now? If you start that up, what are you going to say? People in that introduction, people want to say no to telemarketers, right? Like they want to say no. So is it a bad time to talk right now?
Yeah, they're going to be.
It's not a bad.
Yes.
No, it's not a bad time.
Yes, but they're going to naturally say no.
No, it's a bad time.
Right, but people, what they end up naturally doing, because in that initial interaction, and I was like, oh man, that subtle little change is freaking brilliant, and I wish I knew it when I was on the phones back in the day.
I mean, I used that for 20 years.
Saying it just like that?
No,
is it a bad time to talk right now?
I wish I could say that I did.
You take advantage of the people wanting to say no to you.
Yep. Good one. Guess what time it is? Subscribe.
It's Joey's bedtime, because that's what Joey says when he wants to go to sleep.
Joey, you're not going to be on with us next week because you're going to be chilling in the Bahamas?
That is correct.
Wait, are you going to Bahamas or are you going on a cruise?
Caribbean. I'm going on a cruise to the Caribbean and to Mexico.
What islands are you hitting? Do you know? You're going to hit Cozumel, obviously.
Cozumel's one. Roatan is one.
Cozumel's dope.
Yeah, I forget the names. They're all really badass.
Are you hitting the Bahamas?
No.
Oh, so you're kind of hitting that. You're hitting that Mexican Caribbean. So you're probably gonna go down. You'll hit.
Yep.
Okay.
You notice that Terrence stopped his fan so we couldn't see if. just pointing that out. Don't even.
Trust me. I caught that earlier.
Okay.
He stopped his fan.
He's gonna disagree just to disagree.
Hey, I started Yellowstone.
Great show.
I'm on
it?
episode 2, season 1.
Wait.
Oh, really? Oh.
You've never. How did I not realize that? You've never watched?
Did you watch the prequel?
No, not yet.
No, don't watch it yet.
Yeah, because the
Watch
prequel
it in the
came
order
after.
it came out.
The prequel came
Yeah, yeah.
after regular
Well,
Yellowstone.
it's nice watching the prequel after having the knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't watch it yet. Terrence, have you seen Yellowstone? I can't remember.
No, I haven't started it.
I did watch
When Yellowstone came out, I started watching SEAL Team and Picard and something else. So Yellowstone did not make the cut.
over the weekend.
Yeah, Yellowstone's phenomenal.
Over the weekend. I watched a new show that came out on Netflix that the kids are watching called "The Summer I Turned Pretty."
I've seen.
I saw
previews
that.
for that.
Yeah,
Is it good?
it's
Yeah, is it
pretty. I
any
mean,
good?
it's typical, like like love triangle, not even triangle, like rectangle stuff with some girl who
Rectangle.
she's 16 now and she's turned.
I mean,
cute.
I like those high school kind of things, but is it good?
Did you finish the
Summertime.
Surviving Summer.
Surviving Summer, yeah.
Surviving Summer? Did you guys
It
finish
didn't
that?
end as good as it started, but it was good.
Yeah, it makes me wonder. I kept predicting that her mom was going to die. I thought for sure that's how that was going to end. That mom was going to die and it was going to force her to live.
Yeah.
I was gonna start it, and then I saw the preview for First Kiss or First Kill. So
Yeah, did you start that?
I was kind of like,
First Kill is awesome.
I couldn't decide. So then I was like, oh, let me go ahead and finish watching Strange New Worlds, and then I'll get back to it.
Okay. Yeah, First Kill it's Buffy-esque. Not totally.
Yeah.
But
yeah, totally.
It's good. I figured
How many
that out of
episodes is it?
anybody in the group, you'd be the other to love it.
How many episodes is it?
8 or 9, maybe 10.
Okay.
It's short. It goes by
So
fast.
Tom, I was going to ask you about this. Compared to, because I know you watch Picard, I know you watch Discovery, and I know you're watching Strange New Worlds. I think the curse is back. Because compared to the curse of Star Trek movies, it's like every odd movie is bad.
You're saying,
but you don't like
series is
Strange
bad?
New Worlds?
No, I like Strange New Worlds and I like Discovery, and now I'm comparing them to Picard, which is in the middle, and I'm like, Picard really wasn't that good compared to Strange New Worlds and compared
Strange
to
New Worlds
Discovery.
is amazing.
I do want to watch Strange New Worlds, but we just started Peaky Blinders,
Yeah, I'm
so
blown
I'm not
away
going
at
to get
how
into
good Pike is, and I love it.
Oh yeah, I could see a lot of
Just could get a bunch of new Trekkies.
definitely, and it would definitely.
It's all the people that are leaving because of Kenobi.
Right.
And we didn't even talk about Miss Marvel.
I love Miss Marvel. It was a great episode.
I'm really enjoying Miss Marvel.
I love her discovery, and it's a lot of fun to watch her.
There's rumors that actual Captain Marvel might make an appearance.
Oh,
I think she does. Well, I know she does in the if any of you have Disney Plus, there is a web shorts for the Miss Marvel. That's what brought me up to
I'm
the
assuming
whole.
we all have Disney Plus.
Yeah, we all have Disney Plus. We've literally just talked about Kenobi and
Look, you guys also go to movie. I've watched all these movies and I haven't been to a theater in like 5 years. So
Terrence,
I don't know what you
Are
have.
you admitting to doing things that you shouldn't do right here live?
No, I'm not
Live
admitting
on
to any of
stream?
that. Look, I'm simply saying, if it goes based on the webtoons, then you're going to see Riri, Ironheart, as well as Squirrel Girl, and possibly White
Rambeau.
Tiger and the Nova guy pop in there for a little bit. In which case, Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel does make an appearance because she's like, y'all are teenagers trying to be adults, and here I gotta show you what to do, and here's a place where you can go do it, which I think would be awesome.
Yeah,
but I still have not finished watching Moon Knight, and
she really needs to make an appearance.
You haven't finished watching Moon Knight?
No, The first episode didn't really grab me, so I
The first
literally
episode of
opted
Moon
to.
Knight didn't grab you?
Yeah, it was too. I don't know. Maybe it was because I was busy packing at the time or something. It
And
was just too
it gives the
bouncing back
discovery
and
a whole
forth
new
for me to follow.
meaning. They did a phenomenal job, in my opinion, of
I
explaining.
was. This is my first experience with Moon Knight, so I don't know his
I guess the
backstory, any
first
of that
episode
stuff.
they kind of leave you in the dark. Yeah, they do.
So I was like, I'll get back to it later. I literally opted to watch The Flash instead of Moon Knight, which
Oh, jeez.
I immediately went
You're
to sleep
still
within
watching
20
The
minutes.
Flash?
If you have trouble sleeping, watch The Flash.
Look,
Yeah.
it's like Joey says. It's like what Joey says. If you made it this far, you might as well. That's the way I feel about The Flash.
Right.
I
and
made
if
it that far. I might as well see how it ends.
And if you have made it this far, please give us a subscribe. That way you get to see us next time we go live.
Hey, what are we up?
people-
What are we up to head count wise?
68 still.
Ooh.
We haven't moved in 4 weeks.
So I did
I
find
thought
out
we went
though
up 1 in 4 weeks.
through some other
Well, we
channels.
need to, all 4 of us need to push this on social.
I mean,
Green Lantern, John Stewart, Dig. They were going to be like, oh, he's the next Green Lantern. They wrapped that whole storyline up. They're like, nope.
Hey, you guys
Nope.
are supposed to be the SEO score masters. This is your realm here.
Who's
Who?
the techiest guy of the whole group?
Terrence.
Phew.
What are you talking about?
But I'm talking about
I think Terrence is
SEO.
pretty darn techie. I think I'm pretty techie. I think Mike's the tier below us. But there's one guy that's above all of us, tech-wise.
Oh, me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
think
but
we all know enough
I'm a
to be
software
dangerous.
engineer. Yeah.
We do.
Yeah, Tom's a software guy.
He is,
You
you're
two
right.
are the last SEOs.
I'm
I've
probably
actually
my
done
strength
SEO.
lies
I
in
just-
social.
I'm out of experience. It's been a while.
There you go, Mike. Push it out on socials.
I gave him a job, and we haven't talked about it since.
Uh-oh.
What do you mean?
Do you remember the
Oh.
job I gave you?
No.
Titles.
Gobble gobble?
Learn titles. Learn the best titles for videos.
Hey, did you know Amber Heard was seen shopping at TJ Maxx?
No, she wasn't.
I'm looking at TMZ right now.
Oh, she probably called him.
Yeah, she probably did call him. That's pretty funny. All right.
Oh, you know what?
Okay, we
I'm
outta
gonna
here.
switch to our new. Oh yeah, look at our new. You won't be able to see it unless you're on YouTube because I didn't add it to the Ninja stream.
What are we looking
President
at?
Biden leaves bike at home for stroll on the beach. It's TMZ. I have it up on in our new little display window. It's kind of cool.
Oh, jeez.
You'll see.
I
it
only
in
see 4.
30 seconds.
Oh, there it is.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty groovy, Tom.
Yeah.
Word.
All
Word.
Oh, you weren't kidding about that leaves bike at home headline.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm just scrolling through TMZ.
Oh my god, that's freaking hilarious.
Not a lot of people may know why he's leaving his bike at home.
You can't
Yeah.
ride it.
He can't. That guy.
Don't talk about it.
Yeah,
I don't think we're going to disagree too much on.
this president.
Yeah.
No, he just fell off his bike yesterday.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah.
But
His foot
in
got
all
stuck in the
fairness,
pedal.
In all fairness, I don't think we're going to disagree too much here.
Did his foot get stuck in the pedal, or did his leg fail to move?
No, he couldn't get his foot out of the pedal strap.
I mean, the president before him, I did not like. The president before him, I loved. So, but this one, he just baffles me. But that's all. That's all good. I voted for him.
Oh, I remember. Okay, so I did have something to ask. Because Joey, you've been here. Tom, you've been here. Mike, you're still there, but you're leaving. And I've obviously left.
Obviously.
What is one thing that you miss from Arizona, or that you will miss when you leave Arizona?
Fazoli's.
Dude, Fazoli's has been gone for
I know.
decades.
No,
we
it's
have
coming back.
Fazoli's here. We have
Yeah,
Fazoli's here.
Fazoli's here.
Fazoli's is coming back.
But I miss PF Chang's and
You don't have PF Chang's there?
nope. I live in a small town.
You have to go up to
100
I mean,
Indianapolis.
is
There's
that-
one in downtown Indianapolis.
Is that the one thing you miss? Like, it's a restaurant, like not.
Food. Yeah, restaurants are what I miss the most.
You know what I miss?
Okay.
Hey, what about your
Filiberto's.
decision?
Filiberto's.
I do.
I got
Well,
one.
I miss Roberto's.
Rolled
from San
three
Diego.
rolled tacos with cheese at
Yeah,
2
I'm
a.m.
I've got
Roberto's
one right on the
doesn't
corner
compare
from
to
where I
Roberto's.
live.
Yeah, there's
There's
enough
one
of those.
literally right around the corner.
You're so lucky.
Mike, what do you think you'll miss when you leave Arizona?
Oh, so we
And
made
people.
a decision about that, by the way.
Oh,
You're
It's
not
what?
doing it.
We're gonna do one more. We're gonna do one more IVF transfer. If this IVF transfer takes, we're gonna stay. So if we get pregnant here, if Renee gets pregnant here in the next few weeks, we're gonna stay in Arizona for a few years. But if this transfer doesn't take, that's gonna be the end of us trying, and we are going to move to the beach.
all right,
What the
Mr.
heck,
Doom and Gloom.
So what do you think you're gonna?
No.
What do you
Listen,
think you'll
it'll just
miss?
be our next phase. What would I miss in Arizona? Well, if
I can.
listen, if I'm, it's not even necessarily Arizona. If I move back to the East Coast, I would miss In-N-Out
Okay,
because they don't have In-N-Out on the East. On
I
the
can
East
tell
they
you what
do-
I miss,
They do have Five Guys.
What?
and it's crazy.
Five Guys is trash.
Oh, I love Five Guys.
QT.
We
Jalapenos.
got QT here.
We do not
I
have a
will
QT here.
Okay,
I would
snack.
miss QT.
QT was the go-to. I did not realize how much I relied on QT for just you're gonna get good gas there. You know the air is gonna be free. You know what's inside. None
Clean
of that is there.
bathrooms.
Yes,
So
they
I
don't
get-
have Circle K's here.
I don't
I
know
get
if
gas-
I
get
QT
gas
is the
at
same out
Costco.
here. I don't think QT is clean out here.
I
That-
get gas
Oh,
at
really?
Costco. I could care less about the snacks at the gas station.
Mm.
You kidding me?
Yeah, I could
Obviously,
care
you've
less.
never had a QT.
Arizona is.
I've been to QT with you 100 times.
Yeah, he has. That was
get
always
it.
our meetup spot. Was
That was our
QT's.
spot down the corner. I get
No,
it.
you're talking. No,
That's Circle K.
The spot,
Circle
that
K,
was always
okay.
Circle K, but we
But
did
I've
meet
been to
up at
plenty of
QT's a
QTs.
lot as well.
Okay, well, QT. That's what I miss. QT
Okay.
and good
In
internet.
and out. In and out will be my.
In and Out is a
thing I
good one,
miss.
but I do love Five Guys just because they put fresh jalapenos on the burger.
I went and had Five Guys the other day, and I was just like, oh,
And I
this is
can't
so
eat.
bad.
So just since surgery, I cannot eat beef fat. It's got to be a very low amount of fat, or I get sick.
Got it.
And Five Guys is one of the burgers that I can still eat.
Hmm.
In and Out was a burger I could eat too. Just putting
That-
that out there.
I'm not big on In-N-Out burgers.
I
think
can't
they're-
eat Burger King without getting sick. Wendy's.
Oh, my
definitely
wife
not
hates
McDonald's,
Burger King, and they're building another one over by us right now.
but I can't eat any of this. Okay, I gotta really go though.
All right,
Smash that like
All right,
button.
bye, Joey. We'll see you
subscribe.
later.
I need to go
All
as
right.
well.
Peace out, YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Catch us next Monday night, minus Joey, on another episode of Enough to Be Dangerous.
But if you follow